What's good? Trav from We Got Beats LLC here, and today I want to cover what is a real producer and what is a beat maker, because there seems to be a lot of confusion in the two, and I want to clarify this once and for all today. So let's get into this. Does this sound familiar to you as an artist? Do you ever purchase beats from quote unquote producers only to be left with just a beat and no additional input from the producer? This is madness to me. Like, this is 2015 and people are still doing this. Let's get real. Producers need to start doing their job. What is a producer's job? Well, we're about to cover that here in just a minute, because we can sense that something is not right with the status quo on selling beats today. Just the whole business model just doesn't make any sense. So before we start clarifying what the job of a producer is, let me give you some background and let me introduce myself. This is me. I'm Travis. Shoddy Guns Beat Shavy, Mr. We Got Beats, Trav Vega. I got too many aliases. But this is me working on a beat right here. And I love producing hot records, but it wasn't always that way, because just like you, I was once a rapper just like yourself. This is me back in 2007, spitting some bars. And so I know some of the pitfalls that goes into picking beats and creating great music as a rapper, because I came up back in 2003. There wasn't, access to a lot of this great cheap equipment that we do today. And, being a teenager, I didn't have access to that type of equipment or access to a producer. I'm from a small town in Indiana, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity. So I basically fell into production, being a music producer, just by that alone, because I had to learn it for myself. And then once people started seeing me getting the equipment and me producing stuff locally, more artists were coming out of the woodwork locally and coming over using my studio, and I was producing them. I was producing people before I even made a beat, but that's going to be covered here in the next couple slides on what a real producer does instead of what a beat seller does. So let's get into this. What is a producer's job? Now, I like this definition. It's from Wikipedia. A lot of people hate on Wikipedia, but I think this really applies to what we're talking about as a music producer, and I think it's a damn good definition. It says, a producer has many roles that may include, but are not limited to, gathering ideas for the project, selecting songs and/or musicians, coaching the artists and musicians in the studio, controlling the recording sessions, and supervising the entire process through mixing and mastering. Now, tell me, if you go to 1,000 beat sites today, which you could, there's thousands of beat sites online, you could find quote unquote 1,000 producers right now if you want to by searching in Google. Do they offer any? Does their job do any of this? Do they do any of this? No. You're right. You're totally right. What do? They sell beats. They offer their beats, they make some beats, and then they put them up online, but they don't do anything like this. They may get the beat together, but they're not really doing the full job of a producer, and I think it's really hurting the music that's coming out today, and it's probably hurting your music as well. So let's go over what a real producer does in a quick summary. For one, they help in the creation of the music. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to necessarily make a beat. One of my favorite examples is someone like P. Diddy. I grew up, everybody used to say, P. Diddy ain't a real producer. He can't work an MPC. He doesn't make beats. All this shit, right? But the thing is, he is a real producer. See, a real producer does not have to make a beat. He doesn't need to know how to play guitar, play piano, work an MPC, none of that. His job in the creation of music is bringing the musicians into the studio, getting the people that work the MPCs and whatnot, and he has the vision of the track already, so he knows when things sound right. He knows when things sound off and need to be corrected. That's the real job of a producer in the creation of the music. Is his expertise, his advice to make a better song than what would normally come out if it was just a group of musicians or rappers in the studio. Two, gathering ideas. Now, like I said, a producer has a vision of where the song can be, and gathering the ideas, he'll know when he hears a beat or hears an instrumental, he'll know what type of track that needs to be. And I see this a lot in my clients. They'll purchase a beat from me, but the type of song they make to the beat is not matching up with the beat. It's like a totally different song to a totally different beat. It should be to a different beat, because you can't have you can't be talking about some fucking club shit over a boom bap beat. I mean, I guess you could if the beat has that right frequency and energy, but you got to know where things apply. That's where the gathering ideas, the selection of music process comes in. The music producer is going to have a vision of the song and help you as an artist achieve where you're trying to go, and ensure that the quality of the song is top notch every time you go to them. Like I said, selection of the music. We're going to make sure that in a real producer's job, we're going to make sure that the music that we're using is top notch. Like for We Got Beats, we have 2 updates every month. We Got Beats Wednesday. It's the first and third Wednesday of every month. And out of, I'd say, 10 beats we make, maybe 2 or 3 of those get uploaded, because we have such a strict quality standard set on our beats. So we don't want to just throw anything up for our clients. We want to make sure you got the most top-notch beats we can possibly give you. 4, coaching the artists and the musicians. That's really, I love that term, coaching, because that's exactly what a producer's job is, in my opinion, is that we play as coach. Everybody has a role to play. It doesn't mean anybody's less or better. It's just people have certain roles to play. So think of it like football, all right? You got your quarterback, and then you got your coach. They got to work together to get the team involved so that they can ensure a win. See, a producer is going to be like the coach, and you as a rapper, you are the quarterback. All right, you're gonna sit there and choreograph things with your coach to ensure that you get a win for your team. So that's what a producer does. He coaches to make sure that everything is in line and that every track that we make is a potential hit. 5, provides professional input to make the track better. So, when we listen to a track, we're going to listen to the track multiple times. We're going to be taking notes while the track is playing, so we know where in the song is the best, where are the best emphasis of the song, where's the best parts, where are the best bars, what is the best delivery, best flow, and then we're going to find areas that we can work on or things that can be improved on. And then we're going to put our input and make sure that those things are corrected, and the things that need to be left alone stay the same, so that the track is just sounding beautiful at that point. That's the power of having a professional input on your track. And that's what a music producer, a real music producer, provides. And then 6, finally, supervising the mixing and mastering process. So we'll work with the audio engineers and, recording engineers, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, to make sure that the songs that we make in the studio, that the right mixing process is getting put on, that the right frequencies are being left in and not taken out, that the bass is going to be banging just like it was, or if not more. It's going to be cleared up. We're going to fix it, but the producer is going to supervise that process to make sure whatever we did in the studio, whatever we felt this track should be, we're going to ensure it in mixing and mastering. So with that said, now that you know what a real producer does, let's go see what a beat seller does. And you can find them anywhere online. Just go online, go to Google, go to Bing, type in buy beats online, whatever you want to do. You can find them anywhere. All right. This is what they're going to do. They probably get FL Studio cracked. They don't even pay for the shit, right? And then they start learning how to make beats, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? And then they get their website up, and then they start selling beats off the website. And then once they sell the beat, they collect your money. And then after that, they just leave the artist to fend for themselves. Now, if you know what a real producer's job is at this point, after watching this video this long, I'm sure after seeing the definition that we just went through, you would see the madness of going to a beat seller. It's time to stop the madness once and for all. I know you have to agree with me on that, because a beat seller is not going to help you propel you in your career. Yeah, they might have some dope beats, but the thing is, just having a dope beat, you're lost in the studio. You're lost in the sauce. You're out in the sea with no fucking paddle to get back home. All right? So you're going to tell me you're going to pay however much money for a beat, and then you're not going to be able to consult with the producer to make sure that the track comes out right. You're not going to get professional mixing and mastering services. You're not going to get edits and additional production based on what you added to the track, because the vocal is another instrument added to the track. So based on what you put on there, we might need to come in and throw some edits, some additional production in there. You're not going to get that with a beat seller, and that's what everybody's doing today. This is craziness. This is not truly music production. You must have a real producer if you want success in your career. Note, the word must is key in this sentence. You must have a real producer if you want to make it and achieve your dreams in the music industry. Just look at people like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Look at DJ Premier and Guru from Gang Starr. Look at Zaytoven and Gucci Mane. Look at Shoddy Red and Young Jeezy. I mean, the list goes on. These people had that unique sound from their unique producer that was helping them, coaching them in the studio throughout the whole song process, so that the song would have came out better than it would have been just the artist working by himself alone. And see, that's what we gotta stop. We gotta build a team here, and that's what an artist and producer relationship is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be a team. So, do you suffer from any of these problems? All you find is whack beats, or they got knockoff beats. They're trying to sound like somebody else. Everybody and their mama has your beat because of non-exclusive licensing and all that. I mean, nobody really wants to, get a beat that, if you're really taking your career seriously, you want exclusive rights. 3, you don't have access to no mixing and mastering services, or for a decent price that you can afford. You don't have a real producer coaching you to make the track better. And also, in addition to that, you have no real knowledge on how to market or promote the track when it's finished. So if you suffer from any of these problems, I have great news for you, because We Got Beats is now introducing the full production package. This is monumental. This is a historic moment in the music industry right now in 2015, and you're witnessing it right now. And I suggest you get down with this right now while we're in the introductory phase, because this thing is going to blow up and everybody's going to start doing it, because this is where everything is going right now, is a real producer artist relationship. That's what the full production package provides. And let's go into some of those details of what we can do for you in this full production package. You're going to get 100% guaranteed original bangers. 2, a track consultation. 3, edits and additional production when required in the song to make it sound better, to emphasize your bars, your lyrics, your delivery. 4, finalize mixing and mastering services. This is powerful. We're going to go into that later on in this video, so just stick with me for a few more minutes. Exclusive rights, so you don't have to worry about anybody else getting your beat. You have your beat. And then 6, if you want custom beats, we offer custom beats as well, but you have to contact us for the details. Okay, so let's look at each one of these points in the full production package more deeply, so you can really understand all this value. 100% guaranteed original bangers. We Got Beats prides itself on an original sound while still sounding current. See, just like I said, you got to have a unique sound to stand out from your competition, not blend in with it. So We Got Beats, we pride ourselves on our original sound, while still, we stick with our same formula and update it as the years go by, so that it always sounds current, but you're always dealing with a We Got Beats sound. That's powerful right there, when you have that specific sound with your unique sound, because nobody's going to say that you're trying to swagger jack anyone. 2, the selection process. No beat is uploaded until it's met our rigorous quality standards. That means no fillers, all right? When we go through our selection process, like I said, we might make 10 beats, all right? And we may only upload 2 or 3 of those beats, because those 2 or 3 beats were the ones we believed in the most, that you would uh, uh, that you would just completely go bananas over and would become a hit. So our selection process is very rigorous. We're not just throwing up any old beat online. We want to make sure our clientele has the right material to work with. 3, to make a name for yourself, you must have a unique, fresh sound that sets you apart from your competition. Edits and additional production. Edits. Send us your vocals and we will edit the vocals and beat to add the right elements to it. So when we do the full production package, you're going to do a rough track. You're going to send it over to us. We're going to conduct our 1 hour track consultation. More on that later. And then, if the track needs it, you'll go ahead and send us your vocals, your track outs and everything, and we're going to set it up so that we're going to add the right drops, the right effects, a screw effect, all the stuff to really make your lyrics sound even more climactic, to make the song sound like an actual song, a whole production instead of just you rapping over a beat. Additional production. Sometimes the beat requires an extra layer of production after rough vocals, all right? Because the vocal is another instrument, and based on that instrument, there might be a complementary sound that might go best over a certain part. So we won't know that until you make the rough version of the track. So when you make that rough version and we hear it, we might want to add some additional production to it. So you'll just send it over to us, and we'll take care of that in the full production package. Track consultation. We offer a 1 hour Skype or phone consultation, whatever you're choosing. When you finish recording the track, you send it to us. We're going to review it. We're going to take vigorous notes on it and help you on the consultation to improve the track. We're going to cover ways that you can not only improve it, but we also want to encourage you on the parts you got right, so that you know where you need to really stick it to your audience. That's your strong suit. So you always want to be coming with that trick. And we want to mastermind on this consultation to really make your music better. And then after the consultation, we will outline easy action steps to take immediate action to start improving your track's quality. Finalize mixing and mastering services. We Got Beats partners with Full Sail graduates of audio engineering. We're talking about professionals. They're accredited. After the track outs are sent, they immediately begin to polish your rough track, and in about a week you will receive a professionally mixed and mastered song ready to hit the streets. I mean, these guys are really professionals, and they usually don't take on clients for any less than like $200 or more an hour. But because of my deal that I've worked out with them privately, I've already taken care of all that. So you get the full production package, you get the professional mixing and mastering services all in one. You don't have to worry about it. And we're going to make sure that the song really comes. I'm going to supervise it, so we're going to make sure that the song comes out the way it needs to. Exclusive rights and custom beats. The full production package always includes exclusive rights, because at this point we're in the game with you. We're actually producing your record. We're not just selling you a beat like these beat sellers. We're in this with you. We're actually teaming up and producing a hit record. So whenever you do the full production package, you always get exclusive rights. So you're going to maintain exclusive license to keep your track yours. That means we're not going to send it out to Joe Schmo, who's not going to really do shit with it. That's your track that we worked on together. Custom beats can also be made on request, but you'd have to hit us up first. So this is a breakdown. This whole full production package that I just covered is really a breakdown of what a real producer does. Now, don't you see the powerfulness of the full production package and where this music industry is going? If you want to achieve your dreams as a music artist, you're going to need, in 2015 and beyond, a real music producer. You can't just sit idly by and be lazy about it and just get a beat seller to take care of your beat needs, because that's not going to set you apart from your competition. You need a producer there that's going to help coach you through the process, not only just giving you the dope beats, but coaching you through the process and actually making your music better. See, that's the thing. That's the key. Once you start making your music better, then we got the shit in the bag. So if you're interested in having your own music producer, and fair warning, because this offer is only limited to the first 10 clients, we don't want to take on a whole bunch of people, all right? Because we want to ensure that all of our clients get their needs met, so we won't be taking on a ton of artists, all right? We don't want to get overloaded, and then Joe Schmo, they need this done, and then I got, 50 some songs I gotta do by next week. It's just not gonna happen. I'm only one guy here. So we're only taking on 10 clients. So if this is something that you need, and you need a real music producer, you gotta have to act quick on this, because we already have at this moment 3 clients that we're working with, and those slots are gonna be filling up pretty fast. So if you want a real music producer, this is what you want to do next. All right, and remember, this is first come first serve. So what do you want to do next? You want to go down to the bottom of this video, click the link. All right, that link's going to take you to the page where the full production package is, and just follow the directions there, and it'll tell you more information. So go ahead, check the link in the description below.